I want to talk about Bitcoin. It topped 15,000. Actually, it topped 16,000 earlier on today. It's at 15.6. It comes as more than $60 million worth of Bitcoins were stolen in a cyber heist. Joining us now is Scott Martin, Kingsview Asset Management and a Fox News contributor. Are you on board with Bitcoin? Would you buy one? Would you put your clients into it?
Well, admittedly, Stuart, I do have some Bitcoin. Now, I've had it along the way. I bought some early, sold some after a profit, lost a little bit, sold some, and, I'm back kind of in. But for very little money, as you talked about with Charles Payne earlier, Stuart, in the show, this is totally risk capital. I mean, if you're sitting there wondering if you should buy Bitcoin, I would say the only reason you should buy it is if you have money that you're willing to kind of throw in the street, because as Charles said, and I agree with him, this could be a very binary event. Don't buzz me on that. I mean, it could be a very good result or a very terrible one, and that's a toss-up in my opinion.
Okay. So you do own some Bitcoin, and you're treating it as gambling money, essentially. That's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like putting money on the New York Giants. It's a tough bet to make. I own the GBTC, which is a Bitcoin kind of trust investment that's out there. But, Stuart, look at something recently that happened with respect to Bitcoin. The Federal Reserve was talking about eyeing Bitcoin. There's no telling what some of the governments around the world will do with respect to their intervention in Bitcoin. And I'll tell you, if they lay on some sanctions or make some negative comments on Bitcoin, that could turn it into, dare I say, a biddy situation.
Oh, very funny. By the way, it did on Coinbase, it did hit $16,000 earlier today. I want to get back to the big tech companies that we like to quote. They are coming back over the last few days. Right now, we've got a mixed picture. Only Microsoft amongst the big 5 tech companies is down. But, Scott, I want to come back to this, as I always do. Is there a buying opportunity in any of these 5 big tech stocks that you see right now?
There definitely is, and especially if you have that time horizon, say 6, 12, 18 months, because I believe, Stuart, on these pullbacks, as we've seen all year and frankly even somewhat in 2016, these are buying opportunities because weakness in tech is typically the weak hands getting out, the traders, if you will, that are in there just trying to make a couple bucks. If you're a long-term investor, as I am, as my clients are, and you look at the earnings power, the reliability that a lot of these companies have in your very own life, these are companies that are going to be around for a long time, and companies you should own, and companies that will move this market higher.
All right. We talk often on this program about the retail ice age. I want to talk about one retailer called Dollar General. They reported big profits today. The stock is doing very nicely. It's climbed nearly 25% this year. And we had a Wall Street Journal reporter on the show about an hour ago who said Dollar General is the go-to store in rural America. And look at that stock. It's at $93 a share. What do you think to Dollar General, Scott?
They're not a bad stock to own here. Now, we don't have any yet. I've looked at them in the past. They actually, Stuart, too, had a good benefit, if there is one, gosh, from the hurricanes that hit us a couple months ago in the U.S. So that was some of what we saw in the recent news from Dollar General. But, yes, I mean, from a concept standpoint, yes, they're a great store with respect to, like you said, rural America. But, I still tend to be a little bit worried about retail here from other than a trade. We talked about this, I believe, on Monday. Retail has gotten very ugly. Sears, JCPenney, and the like, Kohl's, Macy's. But from a trading standpoint, there seems to be a near-term bottom here. But retail going forward to me is Amazon and Walmart only.
Okay, we hear you. Scott Martin, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.